Okay, another day and another video with sun shining right on the back of this beautiful Chevy Tahoe. So, if you had any doubts about my sincerity when I said I was going to fix this truck up, no matter what, this should help resolve that. 4 new tires, and I'm all about brick and mortar business, but I tried. I'll tell you what I tried. I tried to get tires locally. If here we have a real nice place. They're very nice people. I would recommend them for anything. They do good service. They work on tires and cars and stuff like that. They're mainly a tire shop, but I tried to get tires there, and they didn't have the tires that I wanted. I wanted some kind of like you just saw some sort of, more of an aggressive tread pattern, and they couldn't get them or didn't want to get them or whatever the case was, weren't available through them. And then the tires that they wanted to sell me were not what I wanted. They were just street tires like these here, these worn out versions that I just for mommy and daddy driving around on the highway. It's not what I wanted. So anyway, so I went looking around for tires, and I was going to try to get them put on someplace. And that's just, waiting for tires and things like that to be put on someplace is just, it's right there in the same category for me as going to the dentist or the eye doctor or something like that. It's just someplace I have to go, not where I would voluntarily ever want to go. It's just I'm forced into it. Well, I tried a couple different avenues to try to get tires, and it just, no way. Everybody's making an appointment, reserve this, reserve that. And I would say, screw this, screw that, because I don't want to do any of that. I just want to go in and get my tires and leave and go back home or wherever I want to go. That's all I want to do. I'm not a person that enjoys sitting around among other people and looking at the four walls. So anyway, this drug on about getting tires, which I waited all winter to do it anyway, for whatever reason. I don't know why I did. I just got lazy and didn't think about it. But I thought about it, but I didn't do it. So anyway, I finally got the fire lit under me enough to decide that one way or another I was going to have to get some tires. So I just ordered them. From the big box store everybody knows about, which I don't ever try to go in. If I go in that place, I go in only as far as to get bird seed. That's about it. I'm not a fan. I don't have a. Let me clarify that. I'm not a fan, not because I just have some ingrained aversion to them or dislike of them or things like that. That people do that. They don't have any valid reason for being upset about something or angry about something or dislike something. They just do it because somewhere somebody told them they should. But I'm not that. It's not that case for me. I just don't like going in places that are busy. A lot of people. I like people. I like them in small doses because I have to have them in large doses all week, and at other times I'm not interested. So anyway, got the tires. The tires are here. I'm going to take them up to this place and have them put on, and just so that I give them some business because I feel like it's the right thing to do, and I need it done anyway. I'm going to have them do a front end alignment on this truck because I'm pretty sure it's somewhere or another it's out of alignment a little bit because the steering wheel's off center, and it just doesn't feel right when I go around curves and stuff. When you go anything off of a straight line, it just doesn't feel like it tracks like it should, so it doesn't feel right. So I'm going to have them look at that. As I said, I've already went through the front end as far as I needed to, and I think everything's good in there. It's in surprisingly good shape for as many miles it has on it. So we're going to do that. We're going to pay them for a front end alignment. That's one of these things that I always say that it's one of these things about here in the South, but I think it's everywhere. People when it comes to money, and especially with people who don't have a lot of money because they don't want to work enough to get money, a lot of money or more money, then they segregate things that they're willing to spend money on and things they are not. And when it comes to something this old and this cheap, there's already a full page of stuff that whoever had this before me, the owners before me, decided they didn't want to spend money on. Tires, exhaust, fixing the air conditioner, fixing the door leaks, fixing the door lock. I'm going to do a whole video about that. They just didn't do it because, it's on that side of the line of things that, on this side we got beer, cigarettes, cell phone, food, gas, and maybe some other stuff, maybe clothes. And on this side we got everything else that makes the vehicle safe. They won't do it. So rarely do you see somebody. Like I would be curious to ask them down there how long it's been since they've done an alignment on something this old, but it needs to have it. I'm not going to put any tires on it without an alignment. And so anyway, also bought another wheel for it. This vehicle smells like a tire shop in here right now. So anyway, I had to have the wheel. I didn't have to, but there's no spare on it. Spare's gone. That rattle noise, that's the shield on the muffler, which is going to go away soon. But this wheel here is fairly rough. It's the clear coat's coming off of it, and that wheel was not too expensive. So I'm going to keep that one as a spare and go on. 24 new lug nuts on this thing. You see these? I had to order these also because these are the special, I don't know what they call these. They have inside and outside threads specifically to hold the center cap on, because center cap's got those little decorative lugs on them, and each wheel only had 2 of those left. All the rest of them were the wrong ones. So I ordered those. But here's the crowning achievement here inside. Try to get this thing done because I'm not working on this during the summer. You can forget that idea. This may be, well, it's not, but it's just worth laughing at. This could be the only person around here in this area that's actually done this. I actually bought a new catalytic converter for that truck. Just so you don't think I'm fibbing about it, it's an empty box. There it is. It's a MagnaFlow, so it's a little better than, hopefully, than these import-export deals that they have. And the reason why I say is laughingly saying maybe nobody ever here really ever has done that lately. That may be the truth, because but when it gets that old, the vehicle gets that old, they start cutting them off. I don't put them back on. And that thing stinks without a catalytic converter. And I'm tired of smelling it. I don't smell it when I'm driving very much, but when I'm walking around outside or something and letting it warm up, it just gags me. And that's not, here it is. We're going to get into a sensitive subject, and I have to be careful what I say about it because I'm passionate about the things I believe in, like a lot of people are. But I've tried to take care not to put those on YouTube very much, just for the simple fact that somebody has always got a nasty something to say about things. If it's not the accepted opinion, I guess. But I care about the environment, and I'm not going to just drive a truck around like that out there that's just spewing stuff out into the atmosphere. There's a lot of people on YouTube that do cars and trucks and stuff like that, and they all laughingly say the same thing. Oh, sorry, Greta. That little girl that everybody makes fun of. Mortsky never lets a video go by that he doesn't make fun of her. And that's fine. If it makes you feel better, that's fine. She's outlandish. I understand that. I agree. But, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in dumping oil on the ground. I don't believe in dumping crap everywhere on the ground, letting it, it's funny to a point, but then you got to realize we're going to be out of here in a couple dozen more years, three dozen more years, if that, if something doesn't kill us all before that. We're going to be out of here, and it's not going to be us that we have to worry about. It's going to be our kids and our grandkids if you have them. So you ought to think about that, It gets to a point it's not funny. It's really not. So I care about it, and You know, it's the way I feel about this stuff. You know, people peg me for, like that line off of Mississippi Burning, or Gene Hackman. That's one of the best scenes in that movie, where he goes up there in the little, the hidden bar up there and asks for a beer, and he says, I don't know how exactly he says it, but he tells that guy he's got him, grabs him by the nuts, and he says, don't you go mistaking me for some other body. It's like that. I think people know I live in the South, and they think that I'm automatically going to be somebody that cuts converters off and all that crap and does all this stereotypical redneck stuff. Well, that's not the case. So anyway, I paid $150 and got a converter for it. And it's like that. I'm not loaded with money, but that's the thing. I made a comment a while ago. I said, people that don't want to get the money to do stuff like this, and that's really the case. Nobody really says much about that, but I told somebody the other day at a meeting. I said, money's everywhere. It's just whether you want to go get it or not, and that's the truth. It really is everywhere. There's enough money for everybody to go around. They make it every day. So I don't buy into this crap about somebody says I ain't got the money for that. I think, yeah, you don't have the money for whatever that is, because you don't want to do anything else to earn the money. Whether you just work a easy, low wage job, or you don't work, or you get a check, or whatever. People that cheat and to get checks that they don't deserve. Whatever the case is, whatever. So like me, I said the other day, I said this car's got to go away, because this is something that I have put the sweat equity into fixing this car up, and it's worth probably, I'd say estimate it's worth 3 or 4 times what I paid for it now, realistically. It's not worth a whole lot, but it's worth something, and I'm going to make money off of it. That's the whole intention. I mean, there's 2 main guiding principles when I work on old cars. Number 1, have fun. Number 2, hopefully at the end of it, make some money and let someone else have fun. So, that's how I made my money. That's how I make my money on things. It didn't come free. I had to do all the work on this car to get it up to snuff. Still doing it. So anyway, guys, that's my spiel for today. And so hopefully in the morning, I'm going to get down to the tire place first thing in the morning. And if they give me any of this crap about, well, you should hit it, well, you don't have anything ahead of me, because I was here first thing and you weren't open on the weekend. I have to when I get the exhaust put on, I have to fill out this thing, have the installer fill it out. And send it in for the warranty, because this is why I bought this converter. It's got where is it? It's got a 5-year or 50,000 mile warranty on it. And this is CARB. I don't know. No, it's not CARB approved. It's a legal converter, but it's not approved for California. That's the California, and at the California Air Resource Board, whatever. So if you live in California or Colorado, they will not ship that to those 2 states, because it's not, it cleans up, but it doesn't clean up enough for them. And hey, this is like I say, we live so far, unless the bad people get their way finally. We live in the people that want to destroy our Constitution, I guess. But unless they get their way, we live in a free country. And if you don't like living in California or Colorado because they have such strict clean air guidelines, move out. Move out. Go away somewhere else. Go live somewhere else. Don't yap about it. Just get out. Leave. Like I said before, just leave. They say, oh, California's this, California's that. Well, you know what California is. If you either live there or you've researched it, you know what their laws are. If you don't like it, get out. All right, so gonna go, guys. I'm gonna go in, and it's Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna go in and post this up right now and sit by the fire the rest of the day. I'm on vacation this week coming up, so I've got a lot of days to fill with fun things, hopefully, so I don't have to get out here on this weekend and just go crazy. I've been pretty busy already. But anyway, so just thought I would post up a little more commentary for you. Maybe there's more on the way. We'll see. And some work. So have a good one, everybody. Later on.